Hello, good evening. Welcome to Entrepreneurship is a Marathon with yours truly, Vanessa Zammy. Yes, episode number 376, the marketing pyramid. It's only when you have these three content types touching and connecting with each other in a perfect triangle across your social platform that you actually know you have great content. But here's the thing. You may know about maybe one of them. You might know about two of them, but it's this last one that you're missing that is getting in your way, guaranteed. It's this last piece of content that you haven't been able to quite get into your marketing in an effective way that you are missing, that is keeping you from the results that you need. So tune in tonight for the three major types of content. I'll go into the first two a little, I'll go into them in a little bit. And then essentially we'll go into that deep dive into that one that you really need, that is getting in your way, that you need to ensure you make happen. Okay. Yes. So if you feel like you're wasting your time with your marketing, there's a good chance that you might be. Tonight is about the trifecta, the trinity of marketing content. But first, here we go with the commercial.
My name is Vanessa Zammy, the best-selling author of Finish, the Solopreneur's Guide to Getting Stuff Done. I'm the creator of the Hustle and Breathe Business Accelerator, through which I consult ambitious 9-to-5ers like you on how to grow their profit-producing, purpose-driven business without the overwhelm. Your efficiency, your productivity, and profitability, so that you can reduce the overwhelm and confusion in your life. You can enjoy your life. Entrepreneurship is a marathon. And if you've chosen to step into that marathon,
let's go indeed. So what has been your win of the week? My win of the week, and you may be hearing background sounds, I'm actually at the airport right now. So my win of the week is that I've been up since 1 a.m. waiting. Essentially, I had a flight, so going from coast to coast, and had like a one little layover because I booked this a couple months ago on some miles. So one little layover, waiting for it. So about 8 hours. But I've been up since 1 a.m. Still going through at 8 p.m. here today. Well, 5 p.m. Pacific as well. So, and I'll be going through until I get to the other side of the area. So what's your win of the week, right? Another win, more so for the product and e-commerce business owners. Usually I keep my Saturdays free of business, but I have vacation coming up. And I figured why not, right? But essentially the beginning of the quarter was happening. I decided to create this whole new event. It was great and it was amazing. So that was a whole nother win as well too. That was amazing. But enough about me. What has been your win of the week? Comment below in the comments. What has been your win of the week? Do you have a trip as well that you've done? Do you have something that you plan? And with that being said, type in the comments, what has been your win of the week? Welcome to Entrepreneurship is a Marathon every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern with yours truly. And tonight is about the marketing pyramid, the trifecta. Yes. And if you're watching the replay, I want you to put in the comments, as usual, replay, so that we know, and that I know essentially, that you are here with us. And remember, as you watch the replays, continue to ask questions. You'll get an answer. And for those who aren't familiar, for those who are new to the group, we have some new members to the community in the group. So essentially, for those who don't know, for me, why do I do this? Why am I doing the show every week? Why am I taking the time to still do this, even though I'm at the airport, right? Even though I made the commitment, one, because I made the commitment every Tuesday. Usually it's at 9 p.m. Eastern, but I'll be on a flight, hopefully, at that time. So made an hour early. But you know what staggers to my heart is every time I see a corporate executive passionate and brave enough to keep one foot in the cubicle and another foot into entrepreneurship, only to end up frustrated and discouraged by how unsuccessful their business is. You know how they're showing up, doing all the things, and are committed to the mission, but they're not getting the traction that they should. And they're angry about that, right? Rightfully so, because their purpose-driven business is failing fast. Their spouse is giving them a judgment eye. They're like, OMG, I thought I made it in my career. Why can't I do this business stuff? OMG. And unfortunately, what happens is that they then quit on their business at this point. Well, what I do is I work with these amazing solopreneurs to renew their passion for their business by unpacking what's been sabotaging their success when it comes to all areas of their business. And we work together one-to-one to then rebuild and grow so that they can then transition to full-time entrepreneurship and move towards financial freedom to spend more time with themselves and their family and go on vacation whenever they decide to. Yes, all month long in July, we're going into marketing and branding. So I'm tackling simple, efficient, and effective ways for you to optimize your marketing and sales. So let's get into it. Tonight is about the marketing pyramid. Yes, it's only when you have these three content types touching and connecting with each other in a perfect triangle. across all your social platforms or your one social platform, right? That you actually know you have great content. Because yes, promo is important. That's one of the types, right? Promo is important. You probably already know about that. You have to sell. New program here, new product here, new course here, new podcast. Podcast was revamped, 2.0. Looking for 3 people here, looking for 5, etc. Yes, you need promo. Promo is important because people need to know that you got something that you're selling. They need to remember that you have business. Promo is important. And everyone's really great at promo at some point in time, right? Solopreneurs, you probably got at some point in time, you probably got really great at like promoting the business and your product and your service, so to speak, right? But here's the second part, the second piece of content that you may not know about. Then we're going to go to the one that that very few people know about. That's really changing the game for marketing that could change the game for marketing in their business. So the second one is the value one. I call it the value content, right? So you have the first part of the pyramid is the promo. The second part of the pyramid is the value content. So that's the information. That's the education. That is your blog article, your interview, your speeches, your posts that are, talking about giving a tip or sharing advice, or, it's like if you are featuring someone else, you're doing collaboration with someone else, right? If you are, it's really essentially it's posts that are establishing you, adding credibility, adding authority. Now, these posts, you got to be consistent with these posts because you don't just like become an expert like the next day, right? No. And this is where consistency comes in the marketing, right? It's like you ensure that you are continuing to put this value out there, so you continue to build your credibility and authority in the space that you're in, even if you already have the credibility and authority. The online space is like, I don't know you. So you need to ensure that you are building that credibility and authority with your specific audience and ideal clients that you want to serve, right? But here, so that we have promo, we have value. But here's the third piece of content, the one that you're likely missing, that if you incorporate this, it will just be revolutionary. And this is for both product-based businesses and service-based businesses. I see this a lot with my clients, the product-based businesses that definitely miss out on this. The ones that are service-based business, you are missing out also on this as well too, right? And this last piece of content that could literally change the game for your marketing, when it comes down to it, is the content about you. The content about your life and the information and all the things that make you, right? All the things that make you a human person, such as right now. I'm at the airport right now doing this right? But even just essentially it's connecting, and that's the art of it too, because essentially I'm connecting. This is the value post. So this is a show. You're getting content and information. I'm also doing it from a personal perspective, sharing more about my life, etc. It's kind of like a 2-in-1. But essentially it's adding in that information, that piece about you and yourself. And the things that you can weave this in as a separate post. Maybe it's about your kids. Maybe it's about just like that you're a real person who gets annoyed when someone cuts you off in the road on traffic, right? But essentially it's adding in, or essentially you're talking about your experiences as well. So another example is when you're adding in value and information, you connect it to, let me tell you what happened to me the other day. Right? And you turn that into a lesson to someone else, that someone else can then, it's a lesson that you got, and then a lesson that you can then share and impart onto your audience. So the information piece is that piece about you. It's not even space, it's the information about you, right? Because you have the information about the space, you have commentary, maybe you're commenting on another expert's post, you're, sharing your opinion, you're being a critic, whatever it may be, but really ensuring that you also have that piece about you. The person behind the brand, right? The person behind the company, the person behind the mission, the person behind the vision, because that is just as, if not more important than the other 2 pieces of content, the promo and the value. It's showing that you are also there, and you're not just like some random person who just, stepped out of a river and was like, oh, I think I'm gonna sell this product today. I think I'm going to sell this service today, right? Like, no, right? It's ensuring that you are connecting with your audience as that person, as that human, as the one that they want to trust their funds with for whatever product or service it is that you are building or imparting on to them, right? So that is what you really want to ensure. That is that key piece of content that you're missing, is when you are not talking about you. A lot of solopreneurs, right? You're in the stage, you're like, I don't want to talk about myself. I don't talk about myself. I'm a little, like, it's not about me. It's about them. It's about the product, the service, right? No. It's about you. It's definitely about you, right? Because the reason it's not so much, because here's the thing, chances are, now I do have some clients, for example, where they're, developing new patent products situations, right? And so it's like a brand new thing in the market. But I also have most of my other clients as well too are people who are, you know, you're another coach like someone else, right? You are also in the beauty skincare space, right? You're also in the, like, your space is saturated and you're one more person in that space. So what makes you different is you. What makes you different is the reason why you decided to make that happen, right? Is it because you had an experience when you were a child that, you know, made you not feel like you were beautiful, and now you want to, as an adult, you know, with your daughters or your sons, and you want to ensure that they feel beautiful and that everyone else, other kids as well too around the world, feel beautiful? Is it that you were, you know, in debt for a while, then you got yourself out of debt, and now you were able to live this life of freedom, and you're like, oh my God, I want other people to also have this life of freedom, right? Share those stories with the world. Share your story with the world. Share more about you and the essence of you, and essentially the person behind the brand, the person behind the message, the person behind the mission and the vision, and that will take you far. So 3 types of content. Again, the marketing pyramid: the promo, right? Sell, sell, sell. The value, which is the information that establishes the credibility and authority, right? You just got to keep on putting that out there. And then the last piece is you. Information about you and your life, right? It doesn't have to be as deep as your story. It could literally be like, OMG, I was walking through this airport. You know how in airports, and they just, you know, essentially, it's just things that are just life, right? Things that come to your mind, thoughts that happen, right? Maybe you're a funny person, share a joke every now and again. Now, if you want to brainstorm on specific content for your business that will convert when it comes to these 3 different areas, I'm here to help you do that. I have a few spots open on my calendar for consults this week and next week, and I would love for one of them to be yours. So I'm going to put this in the bottom of the screen here, the link at the bottom of the screen, power.com, and I'm also going to type it in the comments here. Yes, okay. So click on that link and schedule time to connect with me, either this week or next week. And let's get you moving forward on content. Let's ensure that you got the messaging right with your content. It aligns with your audience. It's aligning with where it is that you want to go with your mission and your vision, right? So that you are clear on that. Because once you have that clarity, you will then be able to get unstuck. You will then be unstuck. You'll then be able to then move forward in growing your business, right? So ensuring that you have that promo, that value, and then that that essence content, right? That essence content. And getting it crafted in a proper way that makes sense and making it happen continually. It's not just like, oh, let me just do this tomorrow. No. As you know, you have to keep on showing up in all 3 areas. All 3 types of content should be in your feed every week, right? In some shape or fashion. And there are different ways for you to do it, you know, on different platforms, different clever ways. So how to connect about that too. So schedule time on calendar, right? Link at the bottom of the screen. Power.com. And generational wealth and financial freedom takes focus and discipline. It's a long-term race, not a quick done in a month race, right? And if you are in this race, if you are a change maker, if you want a greater mission and greater impact, then I know that you understand that this is a race. You may not have to remember that, but now you realize it's a race. It's a marathon though. It's a marathon and it's a long-term game. And you do not have to do a long-term game yourself. And so that is why I'm here to help out my clients and also to help out you, right? We may be a fit to work together. So if you would like to see if that makes sense, then schedule time at the link at the bottom of the screen. Also type it into, or it should have gone into one of the comments at least, in this platform that I'm using right now. And so if you'd like to dive deep into your business strategy, marketing strategy, I offer a variety of services. So first we begin with a free 20-minute session where we really understand what's been sabotaging your success, right? And is it marketing? Is it your sales? Is it the value content? Is it the just operations in general, like the back end, right? It's not even the marketing sales, the back end stuff, right? And so let's dive deep into what's the sabotaging your success. And then essentially you get a clear path forward on how to move forward with that. And it may be with me, it may be with someone I know, it may be essentially whatever it may be, but either way you will get the support and guidance that you need so that you can move forward. If it's not me, I can definitely connect you with the person who can help you, right? And so with that being said, let's get you unstuck. Stop talking to yourself in the mirror, wishing you had a sounding board. Your sounding board is right here. So if you want growth, if you want to stop being stuck and stagnant, if you want to move towards freedom and prosperity in a place where your business is flowing, where staying in your job is a choice rather than necessity, if you're looking to underwhelm or overwhelm and move your business forward, then schedule time and power.examine. www.techy.com. And I look forward to chatting with some of you further. Until then, chat with you next week, every Tuesday. We'll return at the usual time next week, 9 p.m. Eastern. So set that weekly alarm, react and comment. Let me know how you feel about this episode. Share it with a friend. And until then, chat soon. Have an abundant week. Bye.